She claims this ground, this leaf.
This garden, beauty is a mask for hunger. Hidden in the shadows, predators watch and wait for a single mistake.
The tension is calculated. Too loose, and the nest will fail. Too tight, and the living leaf will wither.
Inside, a pocket of safety begins to take shape. But the more visible the nest becomes, the more she must watch the shadows.
From above, a more intelligent hunger watches. The crow searches for the slightest imperfection in the green. A fragile speck of potential, hidden within a living vault.
The threat recedes into the shadows. For now, the secret of the leaf remains safe.
But the rain has brought out the hunters. A garden lizard, emboldened by the damp, begins its ascent. This is the common Tailorbird, a master architect no larger than a thumb, carrying the weight of a new generation in its needle-like beak.
Every stitch must be perfect. The leaf must be living, supple enough to bend, but strong enough to hold. In this garden, beauty is a mask for hunger. Hidden in the shadows, predators watch and wait for a single mistake.
First puncture. A leap of faith. One leaf, transformed into a sanctuary. In a world this vast, her only defense is invisibility. To remain unseen is to survive.
Every detail matters. Even the smallest neighbor could signal a threat. She claims this ground, this leaf, this future.
In the garden, every sound is a signal, and every hunter knows the price of a song.
The foundation is laid. The real work is about to begin. 50 days to turn an egg into a survivor. Each stitch requires a new journey. To build this cradle, she will fly miles, one strand of silk at a time. Tension is calculated. Too loose, and the nest will fail. Too tight, and the living leaf will wither. A shadow in the garden is never just a change in light. It is a presence, a threat moving closer. A rivet of silk. It is the anchor of her world.
The garden is a place of constant motion. Her stitches must hold against the full force of the coming monsoon.
Inside, a pocket of safety begins to take shape. But the more visible the nest becomes, the more she must watch the shadows. Every muscle is strained. For a bird this small, building a home is an act of total devotion.
From above, a more intelligent hunger watches. The crow searches for the slightest imperfection in the green.
She lines the interior with down and fine grass. The hard work of construction is finished.
Final scan of the horizon. Tomorrow, the first egg will arrive, and her world will shrink to the size of this one leaf.
The living cradle is ready. A masterpiece of camouflage, waiting for its first secret.
One. A fragile speck of potential, hidden within a living vault. This single egg is now the center of her universe.
Instinct takes hold. She must maintain a constant warmth, even as the garden outside begins to stir with movement.
Day 2. The weather turns. The monsoon is a blessing for the garden, but a trial for the nest.
She is the shield. Her own body bears the brunt of the storm, so the life beneath her remains dry.
But the rain has brought out the hunters. A garden lizard, emboldened by the damp, begins its ascent. Day 3. A desperate gamble. She cannot fight him, so she must fool him.
The ruse works. The lizard's narrow mind can only focus on the movement in front of it.
The threat recedes into the shadows. For now, the secret of the leaf remains safe.
A narrow escape. But the price of life is eternal vigilance.
Day 4. The cycle continues in the dark. Ahead lie weeks of waiting, and the greatest challenge of all. 5. The monsoon rains have vanished, replaced by a relentless tropical sun. The garden holds its breath in the heat.
She cannot leave. To step away is to risk the eggs cooking in the sun or chilling in the shade. She is a living thermostat. The crow is a student of patterns. It looks for the one leaf that doesn't hang like the others. The one leaf that holds a secret.
Day 10. The shadow returns. This time, there is no sound.
She becomes a stone. In the face of certain death, her only weapon is her ability to vanish while standing still.
Stitches hold. The camouflage survives. The predator walks over the roof of the nursery, never knowing what lies beneath.
Danger passes, but hunger remains. She has only seconds to fuel her body before the eggs lose their vital warmth.
Day 11. The endurance test is nearly over. Inside the shells, the survivors are waking up.
Day 12. The stillness is broken from within. A microscopic battle is being fought against a wall of calcium.
She waits. Instinct tells her to stay back. The struggle to hatch is the chick's first test of strength. Exhausted and blind, the survivor emerges. A gram of life, vulnerable to the slightest breath of wind.
Day 13. The full brood has arrived. 3 lives, bound by hunger and the thin walls of a leaf.
Gape is a target. A bright, biological signal that says one thing: feed me.
It is a delicate delivery. The food must be placed perfectly, or the chick will choke. Only the strongest are fed first.
In the nest, there is no equality. The smallest must fight for every scrap, or become a memory.
Day 14. The monsoon returns with a vengeance. The living cradle is now a ship in a storm.
She is the only thing standing between her children and the cold.
The cradle is reaching its breaking point. 3 growing bodies are testing the strength of a mother's engineering.
There is no rest. Every waking hour is a marathon of hunting. She must deliver a meal every 3 minutes to keep the hunger at bay.
Day 22. Camouflage is no longer enough. The noise of 3 hungry mouths has drawn the attention of the garden's most intelligent thief. Silence is their only shield. Even the youngest know that a single sound now means the end.
A game of inches. The crow misses the seam of the nest by the breadth of a feather.
Day 28. The transformation is complete. They are no longer hatchlings, but fledglings, outgrowing the home that was sown for them.
The world beyond the leaf is calling. To stay is to starve. To leap is to truly live.
Day 30. The living cradle has served its purpose. Today, the garden claims what it has grown.
The mother becomes the coach. She offers a reward, not in the nest, but in the world beyond.
One by one, the nest embodies. The architecture of the last month is abandoned in a matter of seconds.
They are still vulnerable, but they are together. The garden is their school now, and every leaf, a new lesson.
Stitches remain, a ghost of the effort it took to bring them here. The living cradle has done its job.
50 days. From a speck of silk and a single egg to a survivor. The cycle begins again.
For those who cannot yet fly, the art of being a stone is the only defense left.
A strike that misses by a heartbeat. The nursery is gone, the whole world is now a battlefield.
Day 32. They have survived the floor. But as night falls, the danger shifts from the grass to the stars.
Day 33. In the darkness, the advantage of color vanishes. Now, survival is a matter of silence and shadow.
Sleep is a dangerous necessity. For the young, the night is a long wait for a dawn they cannot yet see.